Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about a new growing category, which has sort of been out there for quite a few years, but the product hasn't really been out there until the last 4 or 5 years to really cater to that category. So we're going to talk about basically what I would call backcountry hiking or winter hiking. So you can do that with snowshoes or you can do that with cross-country skis. So we have a new category here, so backcountry touring. So we have skis like this, for example, from Salomon. We have this new ski called the X-Adventure Freegrip. This is the kind of ski that's going to allow you basically to have your one Swiss Army knife of skis. It's narrow enough that it's going to fit in a set track, but it's wide enough that if you're going to go ski in the back 40 or in the fields and that sort of thing, you're still going to get good flotation. So this is a ski that's got the non-wax grip zone. It's going to function really well in snow conditions where the temperatures can be around 0 degrees. So if you're going to be skiing close to home or you're going to be skiing where the snow is quite moist, this is going to be a very good ski for that. If you look closely, it does have a metal edge on the tip and tail section. So this is going to give you, when you're coming down that icy trail or down a logging road where the snow might be kind of icy, you're going to feel a little bit more confidence because you got those steel edges on the side too. And that's only on the tip and tail sections. Because that's where you're going to need that control. And this way, by having the edges just on there, you're going to make it fairly light. This is going to have a little bit of a stiffer camber than some of the other backcountry skis, so when you're track skiing, you're still going to get good glide. You're going to want to match this up with a boot that's going to give you a little bit better ankle support. So something like, say, for example, a Salomon XAdventure 5. So this looks very similar to a hiking boot, but it's got the toe mount on it that's going to be for your cross-country ski binding from Salomon, the X-Adventure binding. I'll grab one of those. But if you look at the bottom of it, it's got a very good tread on it. So you can put this boot on at home, walk around, and feel comfortable with it, that you're not going to be slipping around, and then snap it onto the skis, and you can start skiing. So I'll grab one of the bindings for that. There's basically 2 bindings from Salomon that are going to work with that system. So this is probably the binding I would suggest, which is the Salomon Access binding. It works like your automatic SNS profile binding. You basically just step in like that and away you go. And you can see this ridge here on the binding, the profile ridge, and that goes right down into this channel in the boot. And what that does is when you're snow plowing down the hill, that's going to help that boot stay aligned on the ski so your heels aren't slipping off. So the next sort of ski in that range is the Salomon XAdventure 69. So we also carry a few other brands, but this is sort of our premium brand that we do in that category. This is going to be a little bit of a wider ski. It's not going to fit in that set machine track, so you're not going to be able to go to your cross-country ski trails, machine groom trails. This is going to be sort of for skiing the back 40. But it doesn't have a lot of side cuts, so if you're skiing a trail that you're going to ski consistently and you want to get a little bit more glide, because it is a little bit narrower than the next ski I'm going to talk about, it's going to give you a little bit more glide and it's going to be a little bit more efficient. So again, this ski does have the non-wax base on it, the fish scale type base. It has a fairly long grip zone if you compare the grip zone to the last ski. This is a little bit of a shorter, even the shorter ski has a longer grip zone than the X-Adventure 59 or the new version of that, which is called the X-Adventure Freegrip. Because this ski, you're going to be skiing in terrain that's going to be softer snow, not set track. One second you could be going up a ridge, the next second you're going through a dip, so you want this ski to be softer, and they're designed to be softer anyways. So this ski is going to have a full steel edge on it, so when you're coming down that logging road or coming down a field that's icy, you're going to have a lot more confidence with this ski. And you're going to match that up with a boot, probably something like this, the Salomon XAdventure 6. It's going to have a little bit more ankle support than the XAdventure 5, and a cuff on the top here that actually hinges, so you're going to have still efficient motion forward and back, but you're going to have very good sideways or lateral support. This boot comes up a little bit higher, it's waterproof, you're probably going to be going in deeper snow with this boot. It does have a gator guard on it, so if you want to run gaiters with it, you're going to be in deeper snow, then you're going to not get snow inside the boots. Okay. The next ski we're going to talk about here is called the Salomon XAdventure 89. So this is basically the ski that you're going to, what I would call your bushwacking ski, or if you're going to go up into the Alpine, you're not really going to go up there to ski up and down like you would with all-terrain mountain gear, but you're basically going up somewhere, skiing through the trees or skiing in the deeper snow, and the whole purpose of the adventure is not so much of going up and down, but actually getting to a place and covering some ground and being quite efficient. But because this ski, if you have a look at it, it does have a fair bit of side cut. It's wider on the tip and on the tails, and narrower in the midsection. This ski on the way down will definitely turn better than the other two skis will, give you a little bit more flotation in that deeper powder snow, so that you're not going to sink in. And if you're meandering through trees, because it is shorter and wider, you're going to get better flotation, but you're also going to have more control. You're going to be able to turn around, switch back a lot better than you will with the other skis, because it is shorter and wider as well too. So this ski here does have the grip zone, the longer grip zone on it. Again, it is fairly soft. Has a full steel edge on it as well too. And with all of these skis, if you're going to be skiing terrain that's fairly steep, you can still put skins on them. But the benefit of this type of ski, if you're skiing with somebody that doesn't have fish scales on the bottom, if you're climbing up sort of a gradual grade, you're not going to be taking your skins on and off all the time. You'll be able to go up a pretty decent grade with the ski with just the fish scales, which allows you to be more efficient, not spending time putting the scales on and off, putting the skins on and off all the time. With this ski here, because you're going to be in deeper snow and on the way down, you're going to want to have more control. You're going to need more ankle support. You're going to want a boot that's going to give you quite a bit more support. It's going to be higher cut again. It has the full cuff all the way up. It does have the hinge on it, so it's still fairly efficient when you're skiing. It's fully waterproof as well. Comes up a little bit higher. Has sort of a built-in gaiter on it as well too, and a buckle on the top, but still has the attachment for your gaiters. So if you're going to be in deeper snow, you're going to have good control with this boot. And you can see in the bottom, it's got a sort of a full hiking boot bottom. And with this boot, you're probably going to want to use a little bit more heavier duty binding. This is the S&S Raid binding, or the new manual binding. Basically with this one here, when you put your boot in, you're actually clamping the binding in place or latching it down with a lever on the front, and it's going to give you a more consistent hold than you will with the other ski. Plus, if you get any snow jammed in the front of your boot, you've got a sort of a bigger area here that you're going to be able to get that boot in if you've got snow jammed in there. And this ski actually, or this binding actually has one more screw that goes into the ski, so it's going to have a better hold in the ski. If you have a bad fall or something like that, you're going to have less chance of that binding pulling out of the ski. So there we go. This category is a whole lot of fun. If you want to go out in the back 40 or go bushwhack in the trees, this is going to be a good category to use for skiing in that area. You're going to get good flotation. They're very light and they're a lot of fun.